Hello and welcome back everyone. In this video, you will learn to connect Flowlu application with Google Sheets. So guys, Flowlu is a business management and CRM application, and in Flowlu, you can create tasks for any project and you can assign those tasks to your team. Alright, and if you want to save the data of those tasks in a separate application like Google Sheets, you can use this automation and it is going to save a huge amount of your time and energy. Let me show you how. So guys, this will be the flow of this automation here. As and when you are going to create a task and assign it to any of your team member, the details of the same task is going to be added in a new row in Google Sheets application automatically. So you don't need to manually sort out the details of the task and manually add the details here. So it will save your time and improves your productivity. And to make this happen, we are using Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation tool. And the best part is anyone can set up this automation without any coding skills very easily. So now let's set up this automation together. So to start with this automation, you need to reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect application. And to reach here, you can use this link pabbly.com/connect. And from here, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes by clicking on this sign up free button. And you will get 100 free automation tasks for every new month. Okay, so don't wait more and sign up right now and log in to reach here on the dashboard. And guys, from here you have to create a workflow, and to do that just click on this create workflow button, and here you will find this window. Here you can give a relevant name to this workflow. So I am giving the name here as send Flowlu task data to Google Sheets. Okay, so you can give any relevant name according to you. And after filling the name like this, you just have to click on this create button and you can see your workflow page is loading up here. And on this page, you will see the trigger and the action. So guys, automations work on these two things. So the trigger here is the happening of an event which is going to trigger or start this workflow, and the action would be the response towards the trigger. As in this use case, the trigger would be adding of a new task in Flowlu application, and the action towards that trigger would be to add the details of the task inside the spreadsheet, which is Google Sheets here. Okay, so here in the trigger, first of all you have to choose your trigger application from this field, which is Flowlu. Select it. Okay, and the trigger event would be configure webhooks. Okay, so select this configure webhooks option and it will give you this webhook URL. So with the help of this URL, we are going to make a webhook connection with Flowlu application, and after that we can capture the data of the tasks and any other thing also from Flowlu to here. So here you can read the instructions written to make this connection. So you can follow these instructions. First of all, you can see we need to reach the system settings of Flowlu, and there we need to create a webhook. Let me show you how. So this is my Flowlu applications dashboard, and from this left hand side panel, when I scroll down, you will see the system settings option here. So click on system settings, and from this settings page, click on webhooks tab. And here guys, you can create a webhook by clicking on this create button. Just click on create, and here you can give a name to your webhook. So I'm giving the name here as to Google Sheets. Okay, this is the name I have given. And in the endpoint URL field, you have to copy and paste this webhook URL. Just copy it from here and paste it here in the endpoint URL field like this. All right. And here in the event, you have to select tasks. Here in the second field, you have to select tasks. And here you have to select task created. Okay. So we want that whenever we create a task, the data will be sent of the task to this endpoint URL or the webhook URL. Okay, that's how we are going to capture the data. So after selecting this, just click on save. All right, and a new webhook connection is created here. So we have added a webhook connection here, and you can see in our workflow, as I have copied this webhook URL, here it started showing waiting for the webhook's response. Okay. So guys, we can check our connection with Flowlu. You can see if where I have added the webhook, here we have this button showing send empty notification. So when I click on it, it will send a empty or a demo notification here in this workflow. So let me do this. So I am clicking on send empty notification. All right, and let's check in our workflow if we got some details. And here you can see, guys, this is a kind of demo details Flowlu has sent us here. Okay, this is a kind of demo data it will show you. Now guys, this means our connection is fine. Now I'm going to click on this recapture webhook response button. Okay, then click on yes. And now what we are going to do, we are going to perform a test submission. Test submission means we are going to create a task in Flowlu application, and the data of that task will be captured here. Okay, and that will act as a test data for us, and with the help of that we are going to move forward. Right, so I'm going to my Flowlu application, and here is the task section. I'm clicking on it. Okay, so here I can create a new task by clicking on this button, and here you can give a task title. So here I'm giving the task title as new user story, user query. Okay, here I'm giving a small description to this task. So guys, here I have given a small description to this task, and here from this assignee field we can assign this task to any of my team members. So you can add team members from here, from this my teams option. So these are the 2 team members I have, so I am assigning this task to Mr. Paritosh Sahu. All right, and here you can provide the deadline of this task also. So I am giving the deadline to as 12th of June. Okay, and start date is today's date. Okay, so this is the start date and this is the deadline. All right, so this is how we can create a task, and you can add many things here. Right now I'm just filling these things, and I'm clicking on save here, guys, and you can see a new task is created here in the to do stage. Okay, now let's check in our workflow if we got the data of this task or not. And you can see the data is here. The name of the task is new user query. This was the same name, you can see. All right, and here you can see in the description we got the description as this: one of our users wants to use Flowlu inside Pabbly Connect. This was the same description that I have added here, and here you can see it is showing the start date and the end date and the deadline as well. So this is how the data is going to be captured. But guys, here you can see it is not showing us the data of the team member who has been assigned this task. So to find the details of the team member, what we can do, we can use this action step, and from here we can connect Flowlu again, and with the help of an action event we can fetch the details of the team member, and the action event would be get user by ID. Let me show you the option. Here you can see this option, get user by ID. With the help of this action event we can fetch the details of the user or the team member. So just click on connect here, and from this window you can select existing connection option, because we have already connected with Flowlu in the trigger, so I can use that existing connection here. So now I just have to click on save, and we'll be connected with Flowlu again, right? And here it is asking for the user ID. So guys, here you can see in this response we got a label named as the responsible person's ID. Okay, here you can see in this response we got this ID, current responsible ID label. Here is the ID number. So I'm going to use this label here, guys, in this field, and I'm going to map it. So to map the label, just click here, and it will show you this Flowlu step in the drop down, and from here only you can find the label which is current responsible ID, which is this. Just map it. All right, then click on save and send test request, and here you can see it started showing the details of the person who has assigned this task in this response section. Okay, the username, the name of the person is Paritosh. Okay, last name Sahu. All right, and these are the details. Now guys, what I want to add the details of this task into my spreadsheet application here, and here we are adding the task title, the task description, the responsible person's name, the responsible person's email or the team member's email, the start date and the end date. So we have all the things, but you can see here in the first step where we have fetched the description of the task, we got some HTML tags added here in the description. Okay, so if you want to remove these HTML tags from here, you can use another action step. Okay, and we can use a feature of Pabbly Connect which is called data transformer. And in the action event we can use this option strip HTML tags. All right, and click on connect, and from this encoded string field you can map the description from the first step like this, and click on save and send test request, and in the result label you can see the HTML tags are removed and we got the proper sentences, right? So now we can use this result label to send the data of the description of the task to Google Sheets. And to send the data to Google Sheets, just click here on the plus icon, and from this action step search for Google Sheets. This is it. All right, and in the action event select add new row option, click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, then click on connect with Google Sheets, and it will bring you to the login window if you're not logged in. As I have already logged in my spreadsheet, it is just asking for the to select the Google account by which you are accessing the sheet. So select that Google account and then give some additional accesses to Pabbly Connect. Just click on continue, and you can see we are now connected with spreadsheet application which is Google Sheets, right, like this. And here it is asking to select the spreadsheet's name. So guys, my spreadsheet is this, named as Flowlu. Okay, so here when you click, it will show you the list of all the spreadsheets that you have in your Google Sheets application. So from here I'm going to select Flowlu, and you can see the sheet's name will be selected automatically because we have already one sheet here named as task. All right, so it got selected. Now it is asking for task title, description, responsible person's name, the email. So these are nothing but the headers of the columns that we have here. Okay, so to get these things filled here automatically, we are going to map the details of these headers inside our workflow, and we are going to map this data from the very first step where we have captured the test data of a task from this step. All right, so to map the data, just come here and just click on the task title, and from the first step just click here and map the task title like this. All right, for the description we are going to use this third step where we have removed the HTML text from the description and we got clean sentences here. Just map it from the third step. For the second, for this responsible number name, just click here and use the second step where we have fetched the details of the team member who has been assigned this task. All right, so from here you can map the full name like this. For the email, use the same second step, and for the start date and the end date you can use the first step. So here is the start date, and in the end date use this first step only, and you can map the deadline, right? Now click on save and send test request to check your connection with spreadsheet, and a new row will be added here. Right now we have 4 rows. Let's check our connection. I'm clicking on save and send test request, and guys, this is the response. Let me show you my spreadsheet, and you can see a 5th row is added here automatically like this, and you can see the data is the same that we have mapped inside our workflow. Okay, right? So guys, this is how it is going to work. So we are done setting up this automation, and you have to set up this automation only once, guys. After that, as in when you are going to create any task in Flowlu application, the data of that task will be added here in the rows of your spreadsheet automatically. And the good part is you can use this same workflow that I have created, because I'm going to map the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video, and please let us know how our automation ideas are helping you in the comment section. And if you have any queries related to this application, please ask your queries from this forum link, and do check the pricing of this application from this link. And guys, we are open to ideas. If you want us that we should make videos on other aspects of your business, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you like our work, please subscribe to our channel.